Nurses know what other nurses go through. It's a rough job. It's hard. I give kudos to all my nurses for being able to do what they can do, because I was only able to do it for like 7 years before I was like, oh my God, get me to an office.
I decided to do travel nursing mainly because I'm kind of a free spirit, so I like to be out and about and checking out new things all the time.
The relationship that you would have with any traveler is the most important thing.
It was just me. I didn't have a friend or someone that I could turn to. Basically, my job was in their hands.
To feel that you're confident in your recruiter skills is everything. I looked into travel when I was a nurse in the past, and I talked to people, I'm like, God, you don't even know what I do. You know what I mean? From a day-to-day basis, how am I going to be confident that when I go to the assignment, everything's going to be just as I expect it to be?
Being away from my family, that had to be the hardest thing for me.
I find a lot of the troubles that they may have once they get out on location is some of them are not used to being alone. So you really do become that friend, that family member, that person that they're always going to come and look for, as far as, even if it just means a text message, maybe a phone call on a Saturday.
Really more of a friendship than anything. We get to know them extremely well, what they want, what they need, and just being able to meet their goals and needs.
Along with that friendship came a development of trust.
To me, it's always been important that if you are going to say up front that I'm available 24 hours, that you're really available for that time. Most of them are not going to call you at midnight by any means whatsoever, but if they do, it's usually an emergency and they like to feel that they have someone there.
My name is Quinton Fauntleroy. I am 35 years old, and I can't believe I'm actually saying the true age. I am currently placed in Dallas, Texas. I'm at the Las Colinas Medical Center. I work in the newborn intensive care unit there.
Tell us your name and your position with LRS.
Okay. Oh, do you want me to say that now?
Yes.
My name is Shannon Snyders, and I am a national staffing manager as well as a team lead.
Shannon Snyder, she is my recruiter, and she has been since I started at LRS.
I think the way that LRS Healthcare manages our employees out when they're out on assignment for us is unique in that they have one account manager that deals with them regardless of what area of the country they go to, and that's allowed us to form a lot stronger bond.
The very first thing that Shannon and I bonded over was I was going through a personal issue at that time.
Before he was even working for LRS Healthcare, him and I would have conversations, private conversations that I won't go into detail with because they're private.
I was very, very overwhelmed, Felt for some reason to go ahead and confide this in her. And she helped to ease my anxiety, and she listened to me. She could tell at that time I wasn't ready.
Before he's on payroll with us, before anybody's making any money, he really confided into something to me, so it made me understand why maybe traveling wasn't an option for him at that time.
She encouraged me to go on ahead, do what you have to do, and you get back in touch with me. And she even checked on me, and I wasn't even an employee.
And then we kept a sustainable relationship even over that time, and then he's been traveling with me now for over a year.
What drew me to be a travel nurse was when I was younger, I never was really very adventurous. And I'm from a little town called Mount Holly, Virginia, which is a little over an hour from Richmond. The opportunity actually came up for me when I was at a bit of a crossroad in my life as to what direction I wanted my career to go into next.
The way we do the process for a traveling nurse, what I usually tell a nurse is If you can give me 30 minutes of your time, which typically if you have an updated resume that you can forward over in an email, I have started the process on the phone for someone, meaning doing the skills checklist, grabbing their references, and doing their resume all in less than 30 minutes. I can have somebody submitted in front of a hospital, typically within less than an hour once we go over pay packages and things like that for the facilities that they want, which is a completely different process than I would probably say 90% of them that are out there.
What stood out to me about Shannon was I didn't feel like money with her.
He literally told me anyone could offer me an exorbitant amount of money.
She actually cared, and she cares about me and my life and the fact that I'm a person. I'm more than just a nurse that needs to be recruited into a place. I'm a human being, and she makes me feel that way.
In Quinton's position, he's a NICU nurse. So he might have had to just tell a family that, their infant was never going to get any better.
It takes a lot for someone to leave the hospital and have their baby still there in the hospital.
I just can't imagine sometimes being able to have a conversation like that with maybe two parents who have a sick child.
It means a lot, to be able to give those parents or those caregivers, to give them that feeling of ease that, that they know that their baby's going to be well taken care of.
So I don't think people fully encompass, because we're not in that hospital environment, or what an ER nurse sees every single night that we don't have to see. They share those stories, and let us know what's going on, and it really develops you into not just a person that's trying to get them to a certain location to help a hospital, but to really realize that these people are there saving people's lives every day.
He's landed.
Are you gonna do the ice cream thing?
Oh, yes. What we're doing is, last night, even though I've been friends with Quinton for a long time, I'd asked him, I'm like, what's your favorite food and drink? Well, he had to tell me, he's like, I just love ice cream. So we're gonna stop here at our friendly Cold Stone. Greet him not with flowers, but with plenty full of ice cream. And then the chocolate, like a combo. Oh yeah. You want anything in it? No, we're just gonna go plain. Okay. So you think he'll come from that way, right? Oh, right there. Oh, it's cafeteria style. Quinton! And we brought Cameron.
Seriously, so surprising.
Whether you choose me, whether you choose LRS Healthcare, find that person that you really have that niche with. Find that person that you have that trust with, because 90% of the time you never meet these people. It's people over the phone.
And I was like, you never know what the face, you know what I mean? The face.
Yeah, you don't know how it's going to be. Because I am shocked.
I know, we're both like,
And you have to know that when you drive 2,000 miles, the person who told you that they're available 24 hours is going to be available 24 hours. They're your lifeline.
Oh, I'm so excited.
so excited. Oh. Well, look what I greeted you with. Ice cream. I didn't know. I should have asked you what flavor.
Girl, I just eat it. I don't care.
Also, you have to have that trust, because you want to know that on Friday when it's payday, that your paycheck is going to be there and it's going to be exactly what your recruiter told you it was going to be. It is such a huge trust factor, and that's what I feel that at LRS Healthcare is what we offer.
I felt that if anybody could take out their time to actually care about me and what's going on in my life, certainly I would want to work with somebody like that.